From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, January 16th, 2019. Silver is trading at $15.55 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,291 per ounce. Smart cash is trading at 1.26 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $3,644. Antiwar.com reports recent peace talks between the U.S. and the Afghan Taliban have been making encouraging progress. The progress now looks at risk of collapse, with the Taliban threatening to pull out of the talks if the U.S. doesn't stop trying to deflect the issue of withdrawing foreign troops from Afghanistan. While U.S. negotiator Zalmay Khalilzad presented this as a mere agenda disagreement, it appears to be far more than that and actually stems from the U.S. apparently backing away from the idea of withdrawing from Afghanistan at all. The Taliban has long made a U.S. pullout the primary demand for any deal ending the war, and the progress led to the suggestion that the U.S. was finally willing to at least consider that as part of a deal to end the 17-plus year war. Instead, U.S. officials are now seeking to totally change the terms and get concessions for keeping long-term military bases inside Afghanistan. U.S. officials are arguing that they need the bases to ensure that the Taliban can't use Afghanistan to stage attacks on other nations, presenting this demand after reports that they were going to let the Taliban into a new interim government and cancel elections for the existing Afghan government, however, gives the appearance that this is suddenly a puzzling bid for permanent U.S. occupation years after the war was already effectively lost. Smart Cash is a peer-to-peer digital currency that is fast, secure, and easy to use. Smart Cash also features Smart Rewards, a price stabilization mechanism, and a way to encourage long-term holding. Long-term holders are key to the project's success. You can earn Smart Rewards on any address for which you hold the private keys, which holds at least 1,000 Smart for 1 month and does not make any outgoing transactions during that time. Smart Rewards are distributed every 47,500 blocks to all eligible addresses. Learn more at smartcash.cc. UPI reports the market for a little understood type of cannabis derived from the hemp plant is exploding in the United States. The sudden demand for the chemical called cannabidiol, or CBD, is being propelled by stories of it curing countless human health maladies. Some users claim it heals wounds, eliminates pain, defeats anxiety, cures cancers and Alzheimer's disease. The list goes on. In Florida, for example, Jim Strang said he gave CBD to a friend who had been exposed to Agent Orange, and the man's rash disappeared. He then gave it to another friend in a coma. She woke up. The hype has producers all over the country scrambling to get in early for the nascent market. Farmers are converting their fields to hemp and extracting the oils. Bakeries are infusing it into cakes and cookies. Companies are making CBD vape pens, lotions, and sprays. All the fervor has scientists loudly warning consumers to be skeptical. There's little to no scientific evidence that CBD can do the things some producers claim. That's partly because there have been very few studies of CBD. But the lack of real scientific data hasn't slowed the demand for CBD products. Shortly after hemp became legal, the FDA released a strongly worded statement warning producers that they cannot use health claims to sell CBD. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports an Alabama judge has voided a 2017 law preventing the removal or alteration of historical memorials, saying it infringed citizens' free speech rights and effectively enshrined a pro-Confederacy message into the southern U.S. state. The ruling was the latest blow in an ongoing national fight over memorials to the Confederacy, which lost the U.S. Civil War. Backers of the monuments call them a tribute to history and heritage, while opponents decry them as a powerful tribute to institutionalized racism. Jefferson County Circuit Judge Michael Graffio issued the ruling on the Alabama Memorial Preservation Act late on Monday, the last day of his term. Graffio said in the court ruling, under the act, however, the people of Birmingham cannot win. No matter how much they lobby city officials, the state has placed a thumb on the scale of a pro-Confederacy message, and the people acting through the city will never be able to disassociate themselves from that message entirely. The ruling resolves a year-long legal dispute in which Alabama sued the Birmingham city government to stop the city from trying to remove an obelisk dedicated to Confederate veterans from a downtown park. The city eventually covered it with wooden boards. The ruling blocks the state from enforcing the law, though state officials could appeal. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.